Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. And have we got something... I didn't know what to number this as. Stcc 1, the first season. But it's not strictly true. We have raced the Stcc in a very distant memory. There was a championship, but it's been reformatted. It's on a whole new game. It's a totally different beast to what it was before. This is it. The Stcc Season 1. That's Super Touring Cars Championship. Group 3 cars going at it. Hammer and tong, tong and nail. So let's get you guys up to dot on those rules, shall we? Let's find it. Season info. I don't think that's where it is. Oh, there's some info in there. We'll come back to that. But let's go for rules and regulations. What I'm looking for is a blurb. Here we go. What is Stcc? Question mark. Oh, I could have just done that with my voice, couldn't I? What is Stcc? Stcc is our take on the iconic super touring era of 90s BTCC, using selected Group 3 versions of family cars. Qualifying will set the grid for both races, with the sprint being a reverse of qualifying results. So we're doing 10 rounds of this bad boy. That's going to be 20 races in your face. We're going to do 10 minutes of qualifying, then we're going to do a sprint race of 35 miles with a standing start slowest first, and then we'll move on to a feature race after a short interlude, I'm sure, for an 85 miles race from a standing start, fastest first, and that's fastest from the qualifying from before. You get it? So they qualify, and the slowest person who qualified gets put on pole. Oh wow, big damn. I've just looked on YouTube and I've just seen your car. That's breathtaking, my friend, breathtaking. Well done. Pat's in the chat saying hiya, and Flashman also is there saying evening all. So we up to scrub on that. We've got the fuel rate's going to be depleting at ×2, and the tyre wear is set at ×3. Time is going to move by at a ×3. Everything else is all just pretty much run of the mill. I think I've explained everything quite reasonably there, haven't I? Oh, and available tyres is everything. Racing soft, racing hard, racing medium, intermediates, and the wets. Now there is a rule about the tyre. Hang on. At least 2 different compounds of tyre must be used at any point over the 2 races. So the way I read that, so at least 2 different compounds of tyre must be used at any point over the 2 races. Please say it. Right, I thought, here we go. At least 2 compounds must be used at any point over the 2 races. Use of either intermediates or wets negates the 2 compound rule. So to me, there's no pit stops allowed in the sprint race. So yes, but does that mean if they go racing on softs in the first sprint race and then they just race on mediums and then I'm sure it does. Bazza's in the chat saying, hey you thingy, how many shoes did you have to buy your wife to get green light for your streaming frenzy? She's left me. No, she's gone to take the smallest one, who's now 13, so not so small, to ice hockey. So it's just me and the beast, the teenager, at home, and he's hogging internet, so I warn you. Right then, so they're in Group 3 cars. Let's see if we can recognise some cars here. Shall we get in? So them softs look like they're wearing down quite quickly. We're going to be qualifying at 8 o'clock, so we've still got 5 minutes. Let's see if we can guess the cars. I could look at the list and cheat. That's a BMW that Sharen's gone for. Tasty. That is tasty as well. Nice wrap, brother. Ensign Newer, also, I believe. He's gone for... No, he's in a Mazda, it looks like. He's in a Mazda Atenza. Hey up. In the chat. And Bazza doing some laughing, rolling around and laughing. And Madalinsky is cooking, says Christian. So the ensign is in a Mazda. I think all 3 Mazdas, they were only allowed. They picked it. It was free choice. Anyone could pick what they wanted, but as soon as 3 cars were gone, You know, that was it, no choice anymore. So, and I think the Mazda and the Peugeot, they got snapped up. Pat looks like to me he's in my favourite, the Mitzi, and I think Racer Browns. So, and it's a lovely livery there. He's gone Gulf at the front, water at the back. He's mixing the two. That'll be a creamy substance by the end of the race there, Pat. He'll be creaming all over the place. The Baz and Nater is also in a Mazda, and that looks very striking. And green cars go faster, that's a fact. So, Bazza is going to be blazing around here. Guesty, is it Guesty or Mrs. Guesty? We'll just call him Guesty. She signed up for something. I remember everyone, there was a furore in the chat of excitement in the sign up. So, but Guesty's in a Mazda as well. Mitzi, two Mitzis out there with Pat and Guesty.
I wish green went faster, face with tears of joy.
Bazza's just gone a little faster. Guesty fifth. Silver Star. This is your moment to shine. He has got to be in a Scooby, hasn't he? And if he's not, then ooh, there's a lawsuit waiting. Wow, the chat's kicking off now. Give me a second. Pull up a chair. Skyjack says, I wish green went faster, with a laughing face. Madelinsky saying, evening thingy, why hello, Madelinsky. And Skyjack is saying, that is Mrs. Guesty. Ah, there you go, Mrs. Gusty, he said. Mama Sykes in the chat saying, hi thingy, how are you? Good racing, guys. And Homesick Alien also saying, good evening all. Hello, everybody. Here we are again, a brand new championship. It's crispy. It's not even been walked on yet. It's looking good so far. The cars are looking hot. They're looking lit, bruv. We're trying to make our way through them before qualifying. Flashman in a Lexus. And he's still got that pizza, that lucrative pizza deal from the 4Cs, and that's looking cracking. He's cracked his liveries, hasn't he? It looks great, but it seems like it would take him 5 minutes. Super stuff, I like it. Scary Rambo, the halves, donning a Beamer. He's donning the drink of gentleman on the side of his machine. What's he in again? Beamer, that's it. Do bear with me. Mr. Psycho, one of the hotly favoured racers in this, in the pug. And if you've been keeping up with our Star as a Car, that featured just today, hot off the press. We took Matt Psycho's livery and car around for a burn at the Green Hell and paid ode to the legend that is Matt Psycho. There's so many champions out there vying for this championship. Shiren's won championships, I believe. Ensign has come close. Pat. The Baz is a champion. Him and Matt Psycho. Mrs. Guesty, not yet. She's only just dipped a toe in. I think one championship in so far. Maybe two. I'm not sure. Silver Star, fresh off. Still green behind the ears, is it? He'll be aiming to score big. There's Flashman as well. Having a bit of a sabbatical, doing an Alonso. He's come back though, twice as strong as when he went away. He's been pumping iron in the gym. The Rambo, Harvey, only just getting into it. Madelinsky, we haven't seen Madelinsky, have we? Sorry, he must have been hiding in the pits. He's in a Lexus. He's looking very bronzed, isn't he? Very nice. Let's have a look. These cameras are shocking. Hertz, I like it. Did you hire that? Did you rent it? Is it a rental? And the chat, Haza saying, hi thingy, and Mama Sight saying, let's go for it, Matt. Oh, it's tough. It's a tough championship, this one. It's tough to call. And there's Quick Up, giving his Rothmans Mazda a bit of a spin. He's taking her out for a swirl. Oh, we're at Monza as well. Sorry, I should have made a bigger deal about that. The guys that used to bring you coffee, but now the Czech Republic do it now. The people who used to bring you pizza, but now the Americans do it. The people that, what else could they do? Oh, well, pretty much everything that they do. Wine, but now the French do it. Well, we're at Italy that used to do a lot of stuff, but don't do it so much now, or, it's been stolen off them. So, at the Temple of Speed at Monza. So, and one thing we know about these Group 3 cars, they're good in a straight line, scary in a corner. So for a good 2/3 of the track, they're safe. But the wiggly bits, not so much. This championship's going to be flaming, bruv. So who haven't we seen? God, hardly any of them. Snorlax, he's in a Lexus. And that's it. I think we've got him. Oh, Patronus, he carried that on from the 4Cs. Oh, wow, this is exciting stuff. This is brand new. Brand new. No one knows out there what's going to happen. And they've all got an equal chance at this championship. And they're all amped up, ready for 10 minutes of qualifying here at Monza for round 1 of the Super Touring Car Championship. I can't even say the name of it, and I can't say the initials. I get stuck on C's. It's like Stcc. Stcc. So all of them filing out for the outlap now. 10 minutes. Ensign doing his usual waiting. He likes to amp himself up. He's probably downing a rich energy before he gets out there, but we've got a cluster of cars. They've got to give him space. And it's a tight track. So it's going to be a tricky one here. We've got a full lobby, haven't we? 15 plus me. I take up a space, unfortunately. I don't know why, because I'm not racing. I think they'd have a space for a spectator by now. Not faulting the game at all, not saying anything negative. This is not where we are here at the Virtual Racers Club. We love Gran Turismo 7. It has given us many races of great pleasure and fun. There will be no down talking of Gran Turismo 7 and no calling on Kaz. Oh, we might get an update. There's talk, the secret talks that we're going to get Spec 2 in a month or so. Spec 2. That means they're going to give us everything. All the tracks, all the cars. Ensign still, now he's coming out. He's got a lovely space there. He's timed that to perfection. He's back out there. And Matt Psycho then, he's leading the pack, got all the space in the world ahead of him. And oh god, not that one. Here we go. As we come around the Parabolica. Don't expect that much because I forget names as we go around and get excited, so that won't happen too often. There you go, you've had your one name and that's it. That's all I'm doing. Up to the first chicane then. He's going to pick his braking point to perfection. Around the 100-meter marker. Get the two wheels over the apex. Swing her back around again. Don't get on the accelerator too soon. There you go. That's the moment. Slams down that accelerator. Builds up those gears. Bish, bash, and bosh for Matt Psycho. That's one out the way. Next chicane. Tentatively going up to the braking zone. Finding the 100-meter marker. Slamming on the brakes. Get two wheels over that apex. Over that apex. Car wants to wiggle. It wants to go. But he's fighting her. And that's that one lap ruined. But he's got plenty of time to do another. Homesick Alien is come across him now. In his Hyundai. Is that Hyundai? Is that the lone Hyundai in the pack? I thought the Finnish drivers were in this in Peugeots. I saw. See, that's what assumption does for you, because I saw their. I saw two Peugeots in the thing.
Madelinsky's car looks stunning.
And Christine's saying Madelinsky's car looks stunning. Yes, there's a lot out there. It's a lot of bling on the track, we should say. They're all coming up to the line now. Homesick Alien, well, coming up towards the final corner. There's a couple ahead of Homesick, though. Oh, no, that's Matt. It is Homesick, sorry. So Homesick Alien, then, is going to be the first to lay down the time for everyone to aim at. He crosses the line with a 48.5. Snorlax next. Oh, no, Haza. Haza is in it, see? I thought I saw those Peugeots. Haza, 4/10 faster than the Alien so far. Snorlax in third. Shiren gets the Beamer, third on the grid so far. Snorlax fourth. Silverstar there in fifth. Great lap from Silverstar there, strong. Matt Psycho crosses the line. Well, he's seventh, but his time's not a strong time, so Jokers has popped it in. Oh, Mrs. Guesty's in fifth. This is ridiculous. We might as well wait, haven't we? We might as well just wait. Because they're all popping them in now. Mrs. Guesty in fifth. Joker's sixth. Koikarp seventh fastest. Madalinsky managing eighth. Ahead of a Silverstar. That car is flaming. Flashman pops in a time. Silverstar ninth at the moment. Pat 10th. Matt Psycho with his spin we saw 11th. Scary Rambo obviously having some issues, and Bazza's out there. He's not posted a great time. His first time out. Flashman also having some issues, and Ensign Newer yet to reach the line. Oh, I'm going to get to watch someone cross the line. There we go, see? Wasn't all a complete loss. And Ensign then heading towards the line, puts himself 11th fastest, just ahead of Matt Psycho, and just behind Pat. Great stuff. Quick rundown then before the line, before they all shuffle again. Haas is 4/10 ahead of the Alien. That's the Peugeot and the Hyundai. Shiren in the BMW in third, with Snorlax in the Lexus in fourth. Mrs. Guesty in fifth with the Mitzi. That car looks cracking. Snorlax has posted another time. He's gone fifth fastest now. Who was that also crossing the line? I didn't see. Haza again, I think. Silverstar has gone faster, as has Shiren. Shiren up to third. Matt Psycho has posted a time worthy of a second place. It's all very tight down there. Look at it. And Joker's 2/10 off of Mrs. Guesty. She's crossed the line. Joker's just crossing the line also. Neither of them going faster this time around. I haven't even really seen Joker's car. He's in the BMW. It's looking good. Pat's gone faster again. He's only a 10th behind Jokers now in his Mitzi, and that's 8th place. Mid-pack, he's got Koikarp just behind him, I believe in the Mazda. Bazza goes faster as well. We'll get there. We'll get there, guys. We should just focus on one, shouldn't we? Let's just... Flashman again going faster, but so far Koikarp still in 10th place. We'll focus on Koikarp's lap. Oh, massive tail swing out of the chicane, and he's catching up with the Beamer in front of him. Is this going to... Well, he could get quite a good tow. Big Dan has gone faster. He's knocked Koikarp down into 11th, so he's gone into the top 10. Has Big Dan, and we will find him in a second. We'll just focus on Koikarp at the moment because it's tough trying to follow them all. Haza is on pole. Matt Psycho alongside him in second. Shiren in third. And we're with Koikarp at the moment as he comes up to the left-hander. Matt Psycho goes faster. Matt Psycho takes pole position. It's the fight of the pugs up at the front. Matt Psycho and Haza. As we focus on 11th place, Koikarp. Silverstar goes faster. Just behind Koi. Wowzers. 100th of a second behind Koikarp, but Koikarp's hoping to elevate himself up the grid with this lap. He's done 2 150s, 0.6s. Can he nudge this one? He only needs 500ths of a second to get ahead of Pat. He's found 400ths of a second. He's 100th behind Pat. How frustrating for Koikarp. So Matt Psycho with a 47.4 has gone nearly 2/10 faster than Haza. Haza then sits second place with Shiren now in third. Homesick Alien fourth in the lone Hyundai, and Snorlax is fifth. Only 4/10 behind the Alien. Joker 6th in the BMW, just ahead of the Baz. We saw the Baz was shaking, and he's moved himself up into 7th place, 900ths behind the Polish driver, and 200ths ahead of Pat. It's so tight, the mid-deck. And Pat's only a 10th and a bit ahead of Mrs. Guesty. The Mitzi's wiggling into the braking zone. And Pat in 8th. Has he got some more under the boot? Come on, cameraman. He's gone right over it. He's getting out of it. He's getting out of it. So let's watch Madalinsky's lap from there. Madalinsky going faster last time around with a 50.5. He's only 4/10 behind Big Dan, who's currently in 10th place. And Madalinsky then might be getting a slight toe off of the BMW ahead of him. Oh, he's 300ths down. That could be made up. There's a few corners in this last sector. Oh, it's not even the last sector. Yeah. Chicane and the Parabolica. And he's getting a toe from the Halfmeister. The Lexus could come good here and jump into 10th place. Matt Psycho's gone into the pits. Is that for tyres? The tyres are wearing during qualifying, so Matt Psycho could be... I doubt he'll be putting fuel in. Here comes Madalinsky then. Harvey does go faster ahead of him. Madalinsky unfortunately doesn't. Oh my word. So from 11th then we've got 12th. Someone's gone faster again. Who's that? Guesty? Wow, we're on the final lap already. That's 10 minutes. That's crazy town. So Matt Psycho, this is just a finish. He must have messed up his last lap and didn't have time to come round again. Flashman going faster. So let's have a rundown as they're on their final laps. Looks like a few of them are finished. So Matt Psycho in first. Haza is in second. His hazards are not on. He's going for it. We should come back to him. Shiren also going for it. My word. He's a 10th. He's nearly 2/10 up, but he's 8/10 down on Haza. Haza, though, coming around. I don't know where they're all coming in now and finishing. And don't forget, Harv's in the chat. I think I read that about saying hi, thingy. And Haza then, is he going to reclaim pole? He cannot. So Haza starts second. And here comes Shiren. He's on his final lap. Homesick crosses the line. He goes faster. He takes Shiren's position. So Shiren has to fight up and to the line. Snorlax as well is on a run. And so is Koikarp. Shiren goes faster. He reclaims that 3rd place. Snorlax then coming towards the line. Is there anything at the end? He's got no. Koikarp, he's some way off. Is there anyone closer? Jokus. These are all going first. So, Jokus has crossed the line and gone faster. Wow, I should have stayed with him. Koikarp then, he cannot reclaim that place back. So we've got Matt Psycho first, Haza in second, Shiren in third, Homesick Alien starting in 4th, Snorlax starting in 5th, Jokus in 6th, Koikarp 7th, Bazo will start in 8th, Pat is starting 9th with Mrs. Guesty in 10th, Ensign Hewitt will start in 11th, Madalinsky he will be starting 12th, Silverstar will be starting 13th, Flashman starting 14th, Scary Rambo starting 15th. But stop, wait, collaborate and listen, because they won't be starting that way in the sprint. They'll be starting Scary Rambo on pole, and then it's hard. Flashman is in second, Silverstar third, 4th will be for Madalinsky, 5th for Ensign Hewitt, 6th for Mrs. Guesty, 7th for Pat, 8th for Bazza in both races it seems, 9th for Koikarp, 10th for Jokus, 11th for Snorlax, 12th for Homesick Alien, 13th for Shiren, 14th for Haza, and Matt Psycho will be starting last in the sprint race. My God, that was hectic, wasn't it? And Haza in the chat saying, 3/10 purple and own mistake. Oh, I'm sorry, Haza. Dem the brakes. So this is what the feature race grid will look like. Matt Psycho on pole and Haza alongside him. It's very tight between the two of them. Wowzers. Shiren in third And oh, it's a Genesis, not a Hyundai. Oh yeah, but that is Hyundai, isn't it? It's a Genesis that Homesick Alien's in. And an M3 for Sharon. Snorlax 5th with the Lexus. Jokus is 6th. Koikarp 7th with Bazza in 8th. Pat in 9th. Mrs. Guesty in 10th. Ensenua in 11th. Madalinsky is starting 12th. Silverstar starting 13th. Flashman in 14th. And Scary Rambo in 15th. And my word, I can't say how chuffed I am to see or what a full lobby. It is so... Let's do this for 10 weeks, guys. Let's keep this up for 10 weeks. This would be great. So, the prepping themselves, and there's no pit stops in this. I didn't really pay attention about the tyres. I think they can change tyres. I didn't read anywhere that they have to qualify on the same tyres they race on, so... They'll be trying to be strategic with their tyres here. And they didn't run out too bad, were they? Here they go, they're on the grid. Oh, I nearly snoozed, didn't I? Chatting. Too busy. So, Scary Rambo on pole. Don't forget, this is a short race, 10 laps, sprint to the checkered flag, no stopping. Scary Rambo on the softs, Flashman on the softs, mediums for Madalinsky. And we are go. We'll find out the tyres as we go along. Scary Rambo versus Flashman. The Lexus has got grunt, but Scary Rambo, the Beamer, is just... where's Flashman? Flashman, that grunt of the Lexus, just lunged him ahead a little bit, and he's got Scary Rambo. It's all going to be... This is the scary bit. We had some nervous people, and it does look like the meme. It really does look like the meme that they put on. Oh, and Bazza misses out. Homesick Alien backed out of that one. It looks like Koikarp's waiting. And Flashman, who led them into that corner, having the biggest one of all of them. Scary Rambo then is leading with Madalinsky in second. Pat is in third. Guesty is in fourth. That looked ridiculous. Let's do a rolling start for the other race. I don't know. Whoa! Mrs. Guesty taking out the bollards there as Madalinsky now goes to take the lead of this race. And it's Madalinsky's on the medium tyres. He's on the medium tyres. Maybe the softs are struggling to warm up. But Madalinsky... Oh, and Scary Rambo's head. We saw him going over the curb and he's rolled into the track. It's all right. He's ghosted. Thank heavens. So Madalinsky then, these cars, you've got to be careful. You can't touch the accelerator until you are in a straight line and not halfway on the curb. Madalinsky then takes the lead. Silverstar a second behind him. Here they come down the straight, hurtling at a ridiculous speed of an hour. And Silverstar in the Sub against the Mitzi. Wow, an old rivalry being brought up there between the Subaru and the Mitzi. Just behind him, he's got the BMW of Sharon. Sharon dropping back in that first corner, Malaise, while Snorlax in fifth. Oh no, they came through from the back, haven't they? Ensenua in sixth. He's made up positions. Mrs. Guesty we saw struggling in the chicane, losing positions there, and now in seventh, with Matt Psycho making his way up from the back and up to eighth, and Haza following him through, as well as Homesick Alien. They've got themselves past Jokus, whom is in 11th, Koikarp in 12th, which we thought we saw hanging around. Scary Rambo's in 13th, with the Baz in 14th, and Flashman in 15th. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. So Madalinsky is leading this race in the Hertz Lexus. And Mama Sykes is in the chat saying, super to see all these guys racing. It's fantastic. That first corner was a bit scary, though. Silverstar hasn't gained any advantage on Madalinsky so far. Those soft tyres still not giving up more than the mediums. Sharon coming through, though. Sharon's made up for some places. And Pat, oh, and there's Snorlax going up the inside of Pat in the chicane, but he can't do it. He's had to back out of it. Pat stays in fourth, but Snorlax is eager to get on with it. Snorlax on the mediums, Pat's on the mediums, Sharon's on the softs, chasing down Silverstar, who's on the softs, whom is now gaining on Madalinsky. Madalinsky has got a huge target on his back. He is the man they are all aiming for. Silverstar, then Sharon, then we have a whole gaggle of cars with Pat ahead of Snorlax. Snorlax eager to get by Pat. Oh, here we go. On board with Snorlax, we're coming up to a very fast path. He's going to go for it again off the inside of the chicane, try and outbrake him. This could be a disaster. Pat goes in there. Oh, I think. Oh, that's a bit of one and a bit of the other. I'm not sure. Should have been on the outside. But Pat's off the road now. Pat's off the road, and that is Snorlax. That's what he's been wanting. He's through. And Ensign Newart's also through. Ensign's got to run on Snorlax, though. Ensign Newart's going for the move on Snorlax, as Snorlax having to slow down. Everyone's all gathered up. Oh, my God, Matt Psycho. I don't know if Snorlax was slowing down for Pat or something, but they all just came across Snorlax like crazy down the straight. And Ensign Newart then, it's all moving. Haza got past, but Snorlax was right in there. And Matt Psycho in 5th. This is a mental race. Crazy stuff. We're 3 laps in. Silverstar's taken the lead from Madalinsky. The tyres finally coming to life, and Madalinsky a sitting duck for Shiren, it seems, with the tyres, and Shiren easily by. And now the question is, how long can those tyres sit in for, and will the mediums come back? Madalinsky, stick in there, my friend. Stick in there. Those tyres may go off. Matt Psycho on the racing softs ahead of Haza, who's also on the racing softs. It's the battle of the pugs all the way into the braking zone. My giddy odds. This is crazy racing up and down the field. What do we watch? What do we watch? Is racing everywhere. Ensign in the I don't want to say the names anymore, just in case I get them wrong. I think that was a Mazda. And there's movement near. Homesick Alien down. He's gone up, and what? Someone slipped. It's Pat. We saw Pat having struggles earlier, and he's taken the Mitzi even further back into the wilderness we call 11th, 10th. And Koikart, we thought we saw him slowing down. Don't know if he was trying to redress. Flashman's up to 12th ahead of Scary Rambo. Bazza and Scary Rambo going side by side. A little bit of door banging there. That might not do. As Snorlax now takes his place. And Shiren has got the move done. And Madalinsky past Silverstar. Down the straight, maybe the toe is strong here, and Madeline Silverstar's going to try and go for a move up the inside of Madalinsky. It's crazy close, and Matt Psycho's closing in as well with those soft tyres, and the more Madalinsky and Silverstar battle each other, the more it gets handed to Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho then down the straight getting the toe as Shiren tries to make a great Russian escape here. He's got to get out of it. Three wide going towards first corner. This is a disaster. It's going to be. Someone's got to yield. Who is going to yield? We're going to have a Hamilton-Verstappen moment again. It's crazy. But they all survive. Matt Psycho through. Silverstar, look at them all filing through this first corner. This first corner is a danger to itself and everyone around it. Shiren then leads from Matt Psycho in second. Matt Psycho's come through the whole pack. Unbelievable driving there. Silverstar is in third. Madalinsky in fourth on the medium tyres. And Haza is there in fifth. All but Madalinsky are running on soft tyres in that first gaggle of cars. Then we have Ensign Newer on the mediums doing very well. In sixth place there. Jokers on the softs, slowly closing in though. Getting even closer, but Homesick Alien's just nipped up the inside of Jokers. Great move there from Homesick Alien in the Genesis, and now he will be closing down on Ensign Newer. Jokers out wide on the kitty litter, and Pat trying to get by. Did he? No, he swung out like he was going to try and get by him. Maybe he was just too far back. Further back here, we've got Koikart and Mrs. Guesty duking it out here for that 10th position. Come on, cameraman. And Koikart trying to get a handle of the Mazda. Has it given me that yet? Still haven't got that one. Haven't got that button that brings their car up and their helmet. Flashman in 12th. It's 10 seconds adrift of the guys ahead, but he's 1.6 seconds ahead of the Baz. Baz on softs. Flashman on softs. It's even Stevens here. Mama Homesick in the chat saying evening thingy, and Mama Homesick saying come on Homesick. Snorlax then in 14th place, and he will not be pleased with how his race has gone. And Scary Rambo, we saw, who was he racing just now? Bazza. Oh, and Bazza's left him behind. Meanwhile, Shiren and Matt Psycho, the battle of all battles is just about to commence. Matt Psycho taking fastest lap. Where did Haza go? Haza got stuck in the gaggle, didn't he? Madalinsky and Ensign. Ensign's come through as well. Ensign on those medium tyres up to fourth. He's had to get a boot on because Homesick Alien's closing in. Homesick Alien's pushing him along. I think Homesick Alien's propelling Ensign Ewart along here. The Mazda and Genesis have become one. Haas's up into third, chasing down Matt. He's lost some time to him as he's tried to get through the other cars. 6.5 seconds adrift of Matt Psycho. Wow. Ensign Ewart there in the Mazda, just ahead of the Alien, but Ensign Ewart's on the medium tyres. Homesick Alien's on the softs. We are at lap 5 and them softs are barely touched, so no, tyre wear will not be an issue. Medium tyres does not seem to be a great choice for the sprint race, as it doesn't affect the feature race. Although you can just run, I mean, in all fairness, actually, I take that back, because Ensign Ewart can run just soft tyres. All these other guys have got to run a second compound, but no, Ensign Ewart can just run softs in the feature race. That is fantastic stuff for Ensign Ewart. Tactical genius. Homesick Alien does take the position, which we would expect with those medium tyres, and Silver Star, Madalinsky's on the mediums as well. He won't have to run the mediums during the feature race. He's in a hot battle though with fellow Polishman Jokas just behind him, trying to get a tow. He's got a tow off of Silver Star as well. Ensign Ewart's going to try and use Homesick Alien to propel himself along to get further away from the soft runners behind. We are on lap 6 of 10. This is crazy. Matt Psycho's in the lead. He's got past Shiren. Has that just happened? We will try and see. It may have been a tow. Here we go, down into breaking into the first corner, and steady as she goes for Matt Psycho, and he gets the position from Shiren. Shiren though, can he stay close enough and get a tow back and repay the favour into the next lap? Haase has gained a second on the duking BMW and Pug ahead of him, and he is closing the gap. Homesick Alien up to 4th, and Ensign Ewart still holding on to 5th, but Silver Star and Jokas now, he's passed his fellow countryman, but Madalinsky is running the medium tyres, and Joker's going for a move on Silver Star in the BMW as he overshot it. He's overshot it a bit, and Silver Star is back up and on the inside, and good attempt for Jokas, but Silver Star had the measure of that move. Madalinsky watches from behind. He can't do anything about it with the grip on his tyres, but it does slow Jokas back down again and gives Madalinsky a slight tow to close in on his fellow countryman. Guesty, Mrs. Guesty is closing in. The Mitzi is coming alive in the latter part of this race, and she is gaining on the two Polish drivers. This is going to be fruity. Kuykap in 10th, being caught by Pat, or has he got past Pat? I've lost track of these guys, but Bazza is closing in on those guys ahead of him as well. So Snorlax managing to find Flashman and Scary Rambo. Scary Rambo not looking like he had a good lap last time around. And Matt Psycho and Shiren. Has Shiren stayed close enough to the very, very sexy Peugeot? Whoa, he just bounced over a cone. That doesn't break immersion. No, it looks like Shiren cannot live with the Peugeot, and he's dropped back nearly 2 seconds from Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho in the zone at the moment here at Monza on the 7th lap of 10 as Shiren sets chase, hoping that the Pug kills its tyres. It's pretty good on its tyres as well, it seems. Haase has got the fastest lap so far. Everything's going to count in these races. They need every single point, everything that they can. Homesick Alien in 4th in the Genesis, ahead of Silver Star, Madalinsky. So Ensign Ewart has dropped back. Oh no, for Ensign Ewart, although still he's got that he doesn't have to run the mediums, but nor does Madalinsky, and Madalinsky's had a massive jump there. He was already ahead of Jokes, no, so Ensign Ewart's just dropped back, that's all. And now he's in danger of a very speedy Mrs. Guesty down in 9th place, with Kuykap in 10th. Kuykap struggling in the Atenza, but he's on the mediums as well. Another one that won't have to use the second set in the feature race. So this is shaping up to be quite interesting. And Pat as well on the medium tyres. Baz is on the soft. He could catch these guys before the end of the race. Pat managing a 57. That was a tough one last time out. And a 55. 55 from Koikap. Oh, is that? I forgot about that glitch. That please refuel. And so Baz has got every opportunity. He's only 4 seconds behind Pat. He's about 4 seconds faster than him per lap. 50. That's 4 seconds. We'll keep an eye on that one. Snorlax 10 seconds off of Baz. That's just too far, I think. Flashman 6.5 seconds off Snorlax. And Scary Rambo, he's gone faster than he's gone before. He's getting there on top of the car. Matt Psycho 2.3 seconds now ahead of Shiren. And Shiren now, his fear really is the Peugeot behind. Because the Peugeot behind is absolutely caning it. The Flying Finn, Haza, he is known as... He's closing that gap to the Russian sensation. It's Homesick Alien. He's getting better. He's getting good times as well. Not 47s though. He's not getting 47s, but I don't think anyone is it? Even Matt Psycho 48. So Haza really is elevating that car higher than it could go. Pat in the chat saying Discord. Oh, okay. Sorry. Just talk amongst yourselves. Well, I don't know. Nothing to do with me. There's nothing in Discord. I've got no friend.
Discord, sorry. That's what I meant.
Oh, is there a Discord? Sorry, that's what I meant. Yes. There. Oh, Discord question mark. Yeah, we have got a Discord. Virtual Racers Club. I don't know how to do links. It might be in the about. If you click on our YouTube and about, I think there might be a Discord link there. If not, there's definitely one on the website. You click on the website one, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. I know it's a lot of faffing, but there's join our community and that gets you into the Discord. There are ways. There are ways. So, this race so far then, Matt Psycho, 2.2 seconds ahead of Shiren. Shiren's main concern now is Haza. Haza is blowing us away with the pace that he is extracting from the Peugeot. Homesick Alien in fourth, 148.8, and he's 6.3 seconds adrift of Haza. Silverstar has maintained that fifth. Oh no, Madalinsky slipped back. Oh, we took our eye off it for 1 second. Then Silverstar back into fifth. Jokers is in sixth. Ensign Ewart up to seventh. And Madalinsky, what happened? It must have been this lap. No, at 55. He lost 4 seconds last time around. But he is racing on those medium tyres, which is a tough one. And Pat in the chat saying a different Pat, not our Pat's chat Pat. Got it? It's in the about section. Cheers. No worries, my friend. I'm keen to say hello to you in our welcome bit of Discord. And hope to see you on the racetrack if that's what you're up for the Discord for. That would be awesome. Where was he? So yeah, Madalinsky has dropped behind, and this is going very well for Silverstar at the moment. We're on lap 9 of 10. Joker's in 6th, Ensign Ewart in 7th, Madalinsky in 8th, 9th for Pat, and Mrs. Guesty being caught by the Baz. Quick up in 12th, something's changed down here. Snorlax. In third. Sorry, my rabbit's scratching at the glass door. It doesn't usually do that, so it's a weird thing. So Matt Psycho, he's on his final lap. He's just started it though, we're all right. Shiren, 2.5 seconds. The tyres are nothing between the two of them. And Haza is still the fastest man out there. 2 seconds between himself and Shiren, but I just don't think he's going to catch him. Homesick Alien in 4th. He looks pretty safe. Got a lot of space between him. Silverstar staying ahead of Jokers at the moment. Silverstar's heart will be in his throat. And his anus will be puckering up for a huge kiss. Because he is 5th in this race at the moment. And it's a great, great drive. Joker's 6th. with Ensign Ewart 2.2 seconds behind him in 7th. He's ahead of Madalinsky in 8th. Pat's in 9th with Guesty in 10th. 11th for Bazza, 12th for Koikap, Snorlax in 13th, Flashman 14th, Scary Rambo in 15th, and here we go then, coming around the final corner to take the first win of the first race of the first round of the first season. It's Matt Psycho. It's great stuff. Sharen grabs himself a fantastic second, and Haza, take a boo, you son of a gun. Homesick Alien is there to grab 4th place, best of the rest. And Silver Star, take a boo as well, why not? I know it's unsanctioned for 5th place, but what a drive, well done. The Scooby coming home in 5th place, ahead of Jokers in 6th, with Ensign Ewart in 7th. Madalinsky getting 8th on medium tyres, remember, some of these, Ensign and Madalinsky, have got a good setup for the next one, as has Pat in 9th, Guesty in 10th, Bazza gets 11th, with Koikap coming home in 12th, and really turn 1 was the one for most of these guys down here. 13th for Snorlax, Flashman a victim of turn 1, coming around for 14th, and he had good pace as well. What a shame for Flashman in 14th. And Scary Rambo, he was finding that pace near the end there, comes home for 15th, and I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, remembering that first turn. My word, that was shocking. No one did anything wrong. It's just too many cars trying to fit into such a small place. Good race, Matt. Great guys. Wowzers. I know I'm rusty at this live stuff, especially with this many cars, this many participants. So I know I've missed a lot, and I do apologise. And that was race 1. Hoof. And we've got that to go, but like double, treble the amount. And there you go, Matt Psycho, Sick Children's Trust, very close to his heart, on his back there. He's carrying it on his back. And a great drive for Matt Psycho. Hey, has that put some more stock in my Cars to Star, because it's a race winner now. Right then, we'll look at the results. And now I'm going to go and do some squats. It's leg day today, so I'm going to do some squats and some lunges. And that's the top 8. I'll quickly read them out to you. Matt Psycho takes the win with Sharen in 2nd and Haza in 3rd. What a podium. Homesick Alien comes home in 4th with Silver Star in 5th. Jokers is 6th. Ensign Ewart in 7th. Madalinsky clinging on in there with those medium tyres for so long, but he come back in 8th. Pat's 9th. That's not bad. He dropped back quite a way, and he pulled it through in the Mitzi, and Mrs. Guesty just behind him also in a Mitzi. 11th for the Baz in the Atenza, and the Koikap 12th. It didn't look like the Mazda was working too good there today. And Snorlax, we saw his issues, putting him down to 13th in the Lexus, just ahead of Flashman 14th, who had was a victim of the first corner, first lap, and Scary Rambo in 15th. I'm going to leave it on that for a second or two, or does that just disappear when they do something? He's changed things. So yeah, I'm going to have a short break. I don't know what them guys are going to do. Hopefully, they'll wait for me. I'm only ever a couple of minutes at best. You can time me if you want. Who do we reckon's going to go out on the track? Oh, hot brew. Well, it's not hot now, but race at 20:50. It gives me 11 minutes. Thank you, I am sick. You're so kind. I would watch Ensign. I'm going to watch Ensign because I really do like his Mazda. If he joins, that is. If he goes out. If not, you're just going to be looking at his car for a bit. He usually does go out. He likes to go crazy. Oh, I heard for a gear engaged. Are you out there, Ensign? Make a sign. And there he goes, ladies and gentlemen. You can always count on Big Dan. Enjoy this. This is going to be a retreat for you. He's going to do wacky stuff. He always does. enjoy this. I'll see you soon.
RCF has really bad top speed.
Yowzers, look at that. Wasn't that just a great bit? Oh, there's the controller. I was looking for the controller, it's right in front of me. Hey, did my own personal best then, and the lunges. I was so close to getting my testicles on the floor. I got so low, I nearly touched the floor with my jewels. Right then, was that fun? Oh, I put the names on the cars. I probably need them, to tell you the truth. That was shocking, that last bit of stream, so ignore everything you saw before. Right, we've had a lot of chat, so here we go. In the chat then, Matt Psycho says, phew, sweaty, I bet. Harvey is their back end is slippy. And Madelinsky says the RCF has really bad top speed. This is not the best track for it, but I am sure what is on the calendar. I haven't even looked at the calendar of this bad boy. We've got a couple of minutes before second race off. We can afford to have a look to see what the up-and-coming races are. Reet. So, what we got? Cataluna, no chicane next time around. Oh, yeah, that gets me a bit excited. Willow Springs. Oof, with Group 3 cars, we're going to see a lot of Simmer's Tears around that track. Laguna Seca with the corkscrew. Ooh, wowzers. There has been some sick minds put this calendar together. Bathurst round 5 down the S's. Oh my. Red Bull Ring, so we can all argue about bloody track limits. The notorious track limit. Not even F1. It's not just F1. The length of conversation in the stewards and the admin room about bloody track limits at Red Bull Ring is sensational. Round 7 Nürburgring Sprint. Round 8 Road Atlanta, and that is a very fine track. Round 9 Interlagos, and round 10 back to the good old Blighty Brands Hatch GP, and all of these are on random weather, and I'm sure at least one of those tracks is a wet one. Nürburgring Sprint will be wet. Red Bull gets wet sometimes. Brands Hatch, has that got rain? I'm not sure. Because for some reason I'm not going to go there. It's a great game. It has some weird quirks to it, like rain in some places and not others, and if you've got if you're capable of making them wet, then just let all the tracks be wet. It's the end of the world, don't they know? I keep seeing people in orange shirts sitting in roads, so it's got to be the end of the world. Rain everywhere. Right, so we're revving up now for race 2. And the grid, I can't remember that far back. I think it's Matt Psycho on pole, Hazer on second. Shiren third, Homesick fourth. And after that it starts getting a little bit murky. Oh my, I'm so elitist, I only remember the top 4 from qualifying. What is wrong with me? So Shiren, his BMW is looking fantastic. Homesick Alien asking if we're ready. I don't think we really are. Are we ready for what's that's the wrong one? Are we really ready for turn 1, lap 1 again? It's not a rolling start, it says standing start in the rules. So I wish Skyjacker was here, because that's what a beautiful row of R's look like. It's a nice clean well, they are slow, I suppose, in life and on the uptake of what the method of starting a race is. So they did come in at the back. So they're all at it now. Look, let's see. I reckon if we look close enough, Ensign might even be licking his window somewhere. Big Dan won't watch this one back. That was a bit crude. That was a bit harsh. It sounded funnier in my head, but it came out sounding not very PC, is it? Right then, here we go for race 2. 24 laps of Monza in these beasts. We're waiting for the lights. The bloke's running up to press the switch. Come on, dude. We've got all day. When you there you go. He's pressed the button now, and the lights are coming on. You're meant to hold them when they're on, not hold them when they're off. And it's go here for Matt Psycho ahead of the other Peugeot of Haase. And they're both duking it out towards the first corner. Oh my God, it's that first corner. It's going to be a nightmare. Here they all come. Snorlax right in the midst of all of it, and Matt Psycho gets it slowed down, and Haase just misses it all completely. We've got some carnage going on everywhere. But I think on a whole, they seem to have gotten through that. Matt Psycho leads. Snorlax is up into second. Haase, we saw he had to go very wide. He's got himself into third. Joker's in a fourth. Oh, he's got damage as Joker's though, so he'll be sitting whack for Homesick Alien. Buzzer's in sixth, but I think Homesick Alien, has he got the job done on Joker's just yet? Not quite yet. Oh, we got different tyre strategies out there as well. We'll look into that when it all gets less hectic. Homesick Alien still behind Joker's. Joker's damage will be cleared up now, and that will be a battle to go. Buzzer's in sixth with Sharon in seventh. Mrs. Guesty in eighth with Ensign Yu at ninth on the soft tyres. Ensign looking feisty with Pat on the soft tyres as well in 10th. Of course, these guys just get free. They don't need to put the mediums on. Koikap on the softs. Madalinsky on the softs. And Scary Rambo is on the medium tyres with Flashman. Flashman making a move on Scary Rambo there. Where is he gone? He's going very slow, isn't he? Oh, and Silverstar is facing the wrong way. That will not do in the Subaru. And Scary Rambo, Scary Rambo and Silverstar had it coming together. And is that why Scary Rambo going quite slow? And that gets Flashman up 2.5 seconds behind Madalinsky at the lead. It's Matt Psycho 2.5 seconds ahead of the Haas. And they're both on the racing soft tyre, but they both must use the mediums. Snorlax also on the soft tyre. He is going to have to use the mediums at some point in this race. Homesick Alien on the medium tyres in fourth place. He's getting them out the way nice and early with the Baz on mediums also getting them out the way. And he's in fifth. Great stuff. Sharon slipped back, I think. Was he not higher than that? Maybe not. I thought he was ahead of the Baz at least. But Sharon on the mediums as well, getting them out the way early doors. Then we have the soft crew. Ensign Hewitt in seventh with Pat in eighth in the Mitzi, and we've got some racing here with Coy on Jokers. Jokers has slipped back. Jokers was up there. He's on the medium tyres, and he's not going to be able to race these boys on those medium tyres now that their tyres are up to... Oh, who was that? Ensign wiggling out of the chicane, and Pat's catching him with Koikap just getting that move done on Jokers, and now Jokers is wide open for the other Mitzi that's coming around. Mitzi Guesty, that we'll further on call her. Mitzi Guesty is on her way. Oh, and Pat, is that Pat? Has had a big one. Pat's had a huge one, and Jokers is already behind Mitzi. I don't know what's going on. Something wild is happening down here, and we've got yellow flags as well saying that someone else is off the track. Oh my. Who could it have been? Homesick. It must have been Homesick. He's behind Ensign. Oh no. Homesick Alien has had an error of judgment, and he has found himself further down the pack. So Matt Psycho leads from Haase. The time hasn't changed between the two of them. It's about 2.5 seconds. Then Snorlax is in third. Now Bazza's in fourth, but he is being pursued by the Russian sensation. He's in the tow. Bugger. Sharon at the moment, and he's through up the inside into the braking zone. 2 doesn't go. And Bazza gets the message, sits in the behind Sharon. Sharon up and into fourth. Bazza fifth. Ensign Hewitt is in sixth ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien having a moment in that first or second lap. And Koikart closing in the Mazda with Guesty in ninth. Mitzi Guesty. Great stuff. Madalinsky up to 10th on the soft tyres. Remember, he does not have to use the mediums. He's already used the other compound. This is his second compound, so it can be soft tyres all the way. But question is, does the fuel and the tyres weigh up together? But at the moment, Madalinsky is closing in on Mitzi Guesty. Mrs. Guesty, sorry. Doesn't work. I thought it worked, but now I've said it a few times. It's not working for me. I don't think. We'll put a poll up. And oh, sorry, I've missed some. Mama Sykes in the chat saying go Matt, and Mama Sykes saying great chaos. Unbelievable chaos, isn't it? That first corner. Ooh, Flashman, right. Ooh, someone's right somewhere. There's changes. Pat's moved up. It was Pat on Flashman then. So Flashman, Pat's got by, but Flashman's on his medium tyres, getting on with his business, whilst hoping these medium tyres take him longer into the race than the softs may possibly go. And here is Jokus on his mediums as well in 13th. Scary Rambo in 14th. Is he still waiting for Silver Star? I don't think he is now. I think he's getting on with it. But unfortunately, those two are way out of sync with the rest of the pack now. Matt Psycho, 2.3 seconds. Haza really, he's trying to push on. It's the battle of the Peugeots out there. 7 seconds they've pulled out on the Lexus because of all the chaos and the mayhem behind them. It is really, they're just pulling away. And Snorlax 9/10. I mean, Shiren 9/10 behind Snorlax. Snorlax is on the soft tyre. Oh, I thought I saw Shiren having to make evasive manoeuvres there into the braking zone. I thought he caught up, but no, there's quite a distance between them, I'm sure. He didn't have to wiggle out of the way. Ensign Ewart on the soft tyres. Look at him, up to 5th now. But Homesick Aliens keeping him honest, and Homesick's on the medium tyre and pushing Ensign somewhat to use up those mediums. Koikarp just behind him in his Mazda on the soft tyre also. In with a good shout here. And then we've got the Baz. The Baz has slipped back, unfortunately. He was up there, wasn't he? But he's down in 8th place now. He's running the medium tyre at the moment. He just wants to get this phase out of the way. Mrs. Guesty is ahead of Madalinsky. She's on the soft tyre, as is Madalinsky as well. Madalinsky has raised concerns in the chat that the RC hasn't got a lot of top end, and if it hasn't got a lot of top end, it's got about as much as the Mitzi, it seems. Whoa, Pat's coming in like an absolute charger. And Madalinsky around the outside doing the wall of death on the Parabolica, trying to keep Pat behind, but Pat does slip it through. But my word, he was death-defying. And I'm sure there was contact mid-corner, and Mrs. Guesty makes her way through past Madalinsky now. As Madalinsky waits for his moment on the two Mitzies. Flashman 12th, he's catching up with these guys in the Lexus. And it does bear true that this Lexus is down on power because both Lexuses struggling, and Joker's now up and past Flashman as Flashman loses the back end out of the first chicane, and that rubs salt into the wound, doesn't it? If it's not very powerful, but it spins out easily. Matt Psycho 1.9 seconds ahead of Haza. Haza has taken the fastest lap so far. These two are absolutely on it every single lap. This is going to be tiring for these two. They are absolutely qualifying in each and every single lap. It's a charge. Snorlax now 9 seconds, but Shiren has caught. Well, he hasn't. We saw him behind, but he's going to go for a move on those medium tyres. Hasn't got the grip that Snorlax has, and Snorlax pulls out of the corner and says, "Sorry, sir. My tyres are just a little bit grippier than yours." And Shiren, I believe he had to back off out of that one as well, because he's lost a bit of space there. Ensign Ewart has got a whole host of cars waiting behind him, but they've got no opportunity to get past the Mazda Grunt. As Homesick Alien looks for a way, and he's doing a fantastic job in the Genesis on medium tyres, with Koikarp right behind him on the softs, Ensign just ahead of him on the softs. This race is tantalising. Bazza in 8th. And he's catching these guys up as well. He's on the medium tyre, so are the softs starting to show? On lap 6 are the softs. Oh, and Enson's gone deep into turn 1. And is he going to lose 2 positions? Oh, very tight between himself and Koikart there. And the Homesick Alien slipped on by. And now he's chasing down Shiren, who still isn't past Snorlax. And that is frustrating for Shiren. On the medium tyres, he can stay the pace with Snorlax. He just doesn't have the sticky stuff he needs to get by him in the corners. It's up to 11 seconds. The pace in front is that so fast that the rest of the field just cannot live with these Peugeot drivers. Matt Psycho and Haza are at it. This is fantastic stuff from the two drivers. They must be driving on a knife edge. Oh, and nothing. Oh, I thought I saw Haza going a little wide there, but no, he's fine. He's fine. 1.8 seconds between the two of them. Snorlax 9/10 ahead. Oh, yeah, no, Shiren. Sorry, I nearly got excited. It's the same as, yeah, Shiren a second behind Snorlax. Homesick Alien 6 seconds behind Shiren at this point, and he's 1.5 seconds ahead of Ensign, who's been caught by Koikart. These two, same machinery, same tyres, pretty much similar wear there. And Ensign using a little more fuel than Koi. Koi shadowing Ensign all the way around, but Koi's got a little wide in the parabolic, and it's alright. Say a little wide, put a little wheel out there, it's nothing. Bazza's trying to keep track of him because he's on the medium tyre, so theoretically he should be able to go longer. Pat in the Mitzi has left Madalinsky behind. And Jokus, we saw... Oh, I thought we saw Jokers get past someone else, but he's ahead of Mrs. Guesty now. Flashman closing in. We saw he was having his own woes. Coming out of the first corner, medium tyres should go longer. Silver Star is ahead of Scary Rambo. Oh no, poor old... Well, Silver Star's been smashing out the lap times since his recovery. And Scary Rambo having a significantly bad lap last time out in the BMW. So Matt Psycho still maintaining that 1.8 second gap between himself and Haza. And again, they're pulling out more pace away from the rest of the field. The Lexus some 12 seconds behind now. And Shiren a second behind him. So apart from these two aliens in their Peugeots, the rest of the field is rather tight. Oh, and the what is it? What's Madalinsky in? Forgotten. The Lexus, that's it. The Lexus is a bit down on power. Hey. 2.2, so Haza losing a bit of time to Matt Psycho that last time out. Snorlax still can't pull away from Shiren. His tyres are okay though, his tyres are still in there, but it's not going to take long. We've seen those soft tyres as soon as they start getting down to about a half-ish way. Oh, there we go, he's having a wiggle already. Shiren's ready to leap on the medium tyres. No, not close enough. Interesting. Homesick Alien is not pulling away from Ensign Ewart. And Ensign Ewart is keeping Koikart at bay still. Ooh, Bazza looked great. Oh no, I thought he was sideways around the corner. And Bazza at threat now from Pat. The Mitsubishi is coming up towards him. Bazza having a wiggle coming out of the first chicane. And now Pat there. Oh, Pat goes for a very aggressive swing out, and I've seen people spin from them. So Pat very brave. Side by side into the chicane, and Pat has to back out of it. Bazza, the king of defence there, and just places his car perfectly to make it too awkward for Pat to get by. And Pat has to regroup now and check out where else he can have an attack at the Baz. They're squabbling over 8th spot at the moment, and there we go. Pat is going for the straight line pull, and he's already by. And slams the door in Baz's face to say, that's it, bud. Bazza then just ahead of Madalinsky. Madalinsky's on the soft tyre as well, but the Lexus down on power, we've heard. Jokus in the Beamer in 11th. He's on the medium tyres, and I bet he can't wait to unleash those racing soft tyres on that Beamer, because we know it's got pace. Mrs. Guesty in the Mitsubishi, just doing her fastest lap the last time around, and she is chasing down Jokus with Flashman. 3.3 seconds adrift of her. He's on the medium tyres as well. Things are going to change after the pit stops. And Silver Star, he's doing some great laps. Oh, what he was like, he's 31 seconds behind Flashman though, unfortunately. Has he had a bad one this lap? I thought he was closer to the deck, but possibly not. And poor old Scary Rambo. This is always horrible when the lead cars come around. It's deflating, but he's got to remember, Monza's such a tough track, man. Monza is such a tough one. It's such a high-paced one that you can't take anything. These Peugeots are looking pretty feisty. Oh, Haas has lost more time to Matt Psycho. 5 seconds. Matt Psycho's built up the gap between the two of them, and Matt Psycho is on it like a Peugeot car bonnet, like an elephant on a Peugeot car bonnet. So Haza in second. Snorlax. Looks like the fight is for the podium today between Snorlax, Shiren, Homesick Alien. Maybe when he dons a set of softs, maybe back in this one. He's not far away, is he really? It says 6.6 seconds, but you can see him. You can see him in the distance there. Shiren will not give Snorlax a second to breathe. And now is this it? Is Snorlax's tyres starting to see in the first corner? Shiren's going for the podium, but Snorlax has got the inside line, but the tyres are a little bit more worn. They both brake to get in. They've both made the corner, and yes, Snorlax does just enough to keep Shiren at bay. Great racing, guys. Great racing. Fantastic. Ooh, it's looking a bit gloomy, isn't it? I haven't got a radar, so I can't say. And I don't know where all the rain is on Gran Turismo 7, so it might not rain at Monza. I'm not sure. Homesick Alien then in 5th, and Ensign Ewart has closed the gap to him. His soft tyres are halfway through their life, but he is closing the gap. Oh, big wiggle there from Ensign, and he bit a bit of the kitty litter, and that's going to have slowed him down. That is unfortunate for Ensign, because he was building up to something there. Unless Homesick, no, the fuel is the same pretty much between the two of them, so I don't think Homesick's fuel saving in any such way. Koikap keeping an eye on proceedings ahead of him, waiting to pick up any scraps that are left behind there. Pat having an absolute cracking race in 8th place. We've seen him pull some good moves off, and Madalinsky is ahead of the Baz now. So Madalinsky coming back strong latter half of this race. I say latter half, we're not halfway yet. The fuel's doing all right. Oh, Baz has had a bit of damage there. He's done a barrier inspection, it seems. And Mrs. Guesty seems to be a little further down than we remember. No, possibly not. But she's closing in on the battle ahead of her with Madalinsky and the Baz. Flashman is in 12th, back ahead of Jokus. Jokus is having an absolute... Is he? No, where? I'm missing something here. Flashman hasn't really made any... Unless it's this lap that Jokus has had an issue with. He was ahead of Flashman, was he not? Flashman doing some absolutely cracking lap times out there in the Lexus with Jokus on the medium tyres, struggling for grip around the parabolica, and it's getting very dull out there, very dull indeed. So Jokus goes across the line. Oh yeah, that was a tough one, and that's how Flashman must have got ahead of Jokus. He must have absolutely sent it in this lap. And 13th for Jokus then. Silver Star 14th. He could do with some more of that action ahead of him. And Scary Rambo, I tell you what, he could do with some rain when everyone's gone past the pit lane, and he can jump into it. Psycho meanwhile 6.7 seconds, and has his head gone down. Or is he saving? Is there saving going on? Fuel, I mean, Matt Psycho's used a bit more fuel than Haase. Looks like it's going to be a one-stopper. I don't think that fuel's going to get them all the way to the end. We're not even halfway yet, and most of them are over half a tank. Snorlax, where's Shiren? Where's Shiren gone? Shiren, I hope you've pitted, my friend. That looks like a pit stop, doesn't it, for Shiren? He's been in, and now he's stuck behind the Mitsubishi, and that is not what he needs. He needed some clean air. He's obviously trying to go for a under when they pit early. I can never remember it. It's ridiculous. But well, anyway, he's going to lose too much time stuck in traffic. This is a battle against Snorlax. Trying to get a jump on him, and Mrs. Guesty, oh, I thought she was sideways in that corner, but no. And yes, Shiren then has to fight through this field. He's on brand new tyres. Homesick Alien's in. Homesick Alien's gone in. Homesick Alien's coming out. And it's going to be tight between himself and Shiren. Shiren is ahead of Homesick Alien. And Homesick Alien was he foreseeing that Shiren was trying to get a big jump on the pit stops? And Homesick Alien, where's he come out then? Where is he? I've lost everything. Enson's up to 4th, Koikart 5th, Pat's now 6th after the pit stops, Baz is up to 7th, Madalinsky in 8th, Shiren now 9th, I think he's the first pit stopper. Haase's leading, oh my word. I don't know if we'll see it. I've only just noticed, no, he's got damage all over the front of that car. So we've just missed it, but yeah, Matt sent it too hard, and Haase is now your leader. Oh my word. Snorlax still out there, hasn't pitted yet. Ensign hasn't pitted yet. Koikart still has not pitted yet. We're not even halfway in this race. Pat in 6th, not pitted. Bazza, not pitted. Guesty, Mrs. Guesty, how's she back ahead? Where's Homesick and... What's gone on? Because Mrs. Guesty was behind Shiren, and Shiren's now fighting with Mrs. Guesty, and oh my word, massive bang there between the two of them, and sent Mrs. Guesty spinning. And I can't call that one. They both went into the corner. I didn't really see what happened. There was definite contact there, and it's one for the stewards, I think. Shiren's not, he's definitely not slowing down for it, but something's happened out there, because Homesick's right there in 12th, and he came out ahead of them. So God only knows what's happened on the outlaps. I missed it. I was with them, and then I went up because Haase took the lead. Now we're getting another bunch of pit stops. Haase leads from Matt Psycho 2 seconds. Ensign Hewitt's now in 3rd, so Snorlax must have come in. Koikarp's in 4th. Pat's in 5th. Bazza's in 6th. Snorlax has come back out in 7th. Way ahead of Shiren, 3 seconds. So Shiren's early pit stop, it didn't work for him, but he lost time. I think he lost a lot of time in the traffic, too much time. And now Snorlax has got a little bit of an advantage. He's got newer tyres and soft tyres, more importantly. Oh my word. Joker's in 9th, Homesick Alien in 10th. And he's going to try, this is his battles with Ensign Hewitt, isn't he? Ensign Hewitt wants to get in. Wants to get in as soon as possible, because Homesick Alien had an issue on his outlap. Ensign, if you can hear me, your team should be telling both you and Koikart to get in, because Homesick and Shiren possibly had problems on their outlaps. Wow. They're going to use that tank all the way. Undercut, that's the one. Thank you, Mama Homesick. I am terrible at that one. So, Ensign Hewitt, he should come into the pits. He has. The team's called him, and Koikart. Are they both aware of what has gone off in the background? It just seems that they came out a lot higher than what they were, but I think they're still going to get ahead. There's Homesick Alien duking it out with Jokers, and Ensign Hewitt and Koikart still in the pits. They're down, they're fueling. Snorlax is definitely going to go by. He didn't have no issues though. And Shiren's made it by. Where is Homesick Alien? This is the battle. Homesick Alien's coming up the straight, and I think has he done it? Has he done it? Where are they? Oh, Koikap's jumped Ensign Newer in the pits. Holy schmoly. And Homesick Alien's coming along, and now it's going to be Koikap versus Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien's going to be there, and oh, Koi misses the corner and gets reset, and Ensign Newer sneaks around the outside of Homesick Alien. Holy schmoly. Let's go racing, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. So Ensign on a brand new set of softs, and I think they take a while to warm up, and that's what happened to Homesick Alien on his outlap. Oh, and now there's nudging and all sorts. I think Jokers has caused chaos. I think that was Jokers. Where is Homesick? Oh, Homesick's been left in the corner. Oh my words. Oh my dear. So here they come, Homesick fighting hard. Oh, don't go too far. Oh, and I don't know what. I think it's just they were all braking. I think Jokers was trying to avoid Homesick Alien, and it's just gone terribly wrong for the Alien so far in this race. Haza leads 1.4 seconds, and Matt Psycho is closing the gap on the leader, and neither of these have pitted yet. We're on lap 15 of 24. Pat is in third place. He is now coming into the pits. Where will he come out? Snorlax will move up to third. Bazza hasn't pitted yet with those medium tyres. He's barely used them. Put the softs on. You'll be brilliant. Shiren trying to come through. And really after Pat's pit and Bazza's pit, that will put Shiren back in fourth place. Don't know why Bazza's staying out there on a slower set of tyres. Maybe he just wants to use that tank up. Ensign Newer, maybe he's thinking everyone's tyres will be a bit grizzly by the end and his will be brand new. So, oh, it looks like Shiren did get past the Baz. Anyway, Ensign Newer in sixth. Then we've got Koikap in seventh. Pat's come out ahead of the Alien. That's how much it's hurt the Alien. And Jokers has gone into the pits. Homesick Alien down in ninth after the pit stops are done. Pat's caught. Oh, Koi's going slow. Koi's going slow. I think Koi's made a mistake there. He's not waiting for anyone. And Pat's caught him up. Pat's going around the outside. But his tyres are fresh. Remember, just out of the pitch, you've got to be careful with those tyres, Pat. Don't try and push them. Oh, he gets the mitts. He stops it. It's got a wiggle on it. Doesn't want to settle. Now the leaders are in. The leaders are in, but they're going to be out before Snorlax even gets there, I believe. Pat's doing everything he can to stay ahead of Koikap. Seventh place for the Mitzi will be quite a feather in the cap for the Japanese marquee. And beating a Mazda and a Hyundai would be fantastic for them. The French cars are coming out now as Snorlax hasn't even got to the Parabolica yet. And Shiren is chasing that dream. That battle for Snorlax and Shiren earlier, but Shiren had the medium tyres on. Bazza yet to pit, enjoying fifth place in the Quaker State Mazda. And here he goes. He's in this time, it seems. And he is. Beautiful stuff from the Baz. As Haza 2.8 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. And Matt Psycho, apart from the one thing, he should be leading this race. He really should be, I guess. And, Snorlax in third, 1.7 seconds ahead of Shiren. So Shiren is chasing him down. Ensign Newer looks like he's struggling in the chicane. Homesick Alien already up into sixth. He's got past Koikap and Pat all on that one lap. Great stuff from the Alien. And Pat then struggling, is it, with them fresh tyres as they come up to temperature. Koikap in eighth. Bazza's back out of the pits in ninth ahead of Madalinsky and behind Koi, but quite a way behind Koi. He's got a long way to go to try and gain on Koikap. Koikap at the moment not settling on those soft tyres just yet. So Bazza could, if he gels well. Madalinsky in 10th. He's gone for medium tyres. He didn't like the softs possibly. He didn't have to use the mediums. Oh, Madalinsky, I hope you haven't got the rules mixed up. It's 2 compounds over the 2 races. So because you used mediums in the first race, you didn't have to use a second compound. I mean, using softs was your second compound. Oh, bless you. But he might have chosen mediums, maybe didn't like the softs or didn't fancy the softs getting there at the end. So has opted for mediums, but didn't have to. Mrs. Guesty also going for mediums, so maybe softs for Flashman. Silverstar's caught someone up in this race. That is a feat. That's a feat, my friend. You're not that far off all of them. Poor old Mrs. Guesty, has she made the same mistake as Madalinsky, or is that a choice? Putting the mediums on? Who knows? Who knows? Haza, meanwhile, 2.6 seconds and ahead of Matt Sag. Oh yeah, these two had to use medium tyres, didn't they? So they're running to the end on the medium tyres. Is that... No, Snorlax has got no chance, though. 22 seconds. Even on the medium tyres, that's a big job. I mean, even on softs versus mediums, that's a big, big job. Although, I mean, what are they doing? 50s? They should be doing about 150s. You can do 48s. 48s on the softs. I don't know. I don't. There's not that many laps left. I don't think that's enough. It might be. What? It's 2 seconds, 3 seconds with 7 laps to go. 21 seconds. Ooh, it would be very tight for Snorlax. He would hope that he'd need Matt Psycho to do 150s plus. He'd have to do 148s, and still it would be very tight. And Shiren's just about to mix it up anyway. Shiren around the outside of the Parabolica, a brave man. And Snorlax sticking to the inside. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. And Snorlax maintains it so far, and Shiren, he's got the cojones of King Kong in that car. That Beamer must be heavy because he's carrying some weight between his legs. Snorlax then, here we go again, it's the braking game, and Snorlax knows he just has to stay on the inside, but Shiren wants to get the inside. Oh, there was contact. Oh no, there was contact. Shiren's got to wait, and Ensign at 13 seconds, not too bad, not too bad. Oh, what a shame, it was so close. I don't think there was any malice or anything in that. It just didn't fit. Just didn't fit in the end. And Snorlax then continuing on in third, and Shiren waiting for the Mazda driver. Lexus. Oh, and I've been here moaning, saying it's no good. It's down on speed. But Snorlax is making it hum. Meanwhile, Ensign 9 seconds behind that battle now. 2.5 seconds ahead of the Alien. He's only doing 150s only. That's faster than probably me that I could do. He's doing 150s, but the Alien is doing 49s. 49s, I say. I repeat it. So Ensign he'll be getting a cold sweat on at the moment, knowing that the Alien is gaining on him. Quick up in 7th. He's got that position back from Pat, has he? He was behind Pat, I believe. So Quick up managing to get back by Pat. And Pat doing good lap times as well, 49s. The Bazinator, 51. Oh, that was his out lap. He's 10 seconds behind Pat, but we've seen Pat has made the odds. No, he hasn't. He's had a great race. Take that back. So Baz has got an uphill struggle there to try and catch up with Pat. Madalinsky in 10th place. He's gone for the medium tyre though. So it's going to be a struggle to catch Pat up, and he's got to be worried about Jokus in a very speedy BMW gaining on him. Mrs. Guesty also has gone for a medium set of tyres, and I don't think she had to. She ran mediums, I thought, in the first race. I may be wrong. I know Pat ran mediums. I thought with both misses, but I might be wrong. I'm sure Madalinsky definitely run mediums though, so I don't know about Mrs. Guesty, in all fairness. I thought she'd run mediums in the first race, but I may be wrong. Flashman, 5.7 seconds ahead of Silverstar, and Silverstar at 51.4 last time around. Flashman a 51.2. It is tight and it is on. Silverstar scrambling something out of this race, and they're gaining on Mrs. Guesty because of the medium tyres. She did a 52.8 last time around. Flashman a 51.7. No, a 51.1, sorry. And Silverstar a 50.5 from Silverstar. It's getting hot down here. Haza still leads 6.5 seconds on Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho has lost a bit of time somewhere. I don't know where though. Ooh, a 55 on lap 18. And, Matt Psycho, I don't know. He's going to be praying and hoping. There's still 4 laps to go of this race. It's not over yet. And Matt Psycho doesn't give in until he sees that checkered flag. Shiren in third. Oh no, where's Snorlax gone? Snorlax has slipped. Snorlax, oh my word, Elise. Oh, and Homesick just went straight on. Oh my gosh. Already seeing down here fighting with the alien. No, we don't see what happened to him at all, really. And there you see Homesick went sideways. Oh my gosh. So Snorlax slipped from 4th behind Ensign Ewart, and we've just seen Homesick Alien go absolutely flying the wrong way in the Parabolica. My word, he was off the line, and I have heard that it does get dirty off the racing line, and it looks like some of these guys are starting to pay for the environment around them. Koikarp up to 6th, Snorlax down to 5th, Ensign Ewart up and into 4th place. This is crazy. Haza was leading 6.5 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho, and he's got the fastest lap so far. Matt Psycho saw he lost his time on lap 18 after winning the first race. Can take a small bit that I think Harder got third. I can't remember the results of the first race. Oh gosh, it's a long while ago though, wasn't it? This race has been going 37 minutes. How are you all doing out there? Still with us? Good-o. Shiren then 9 seconds ahead of Ensign, who's 11 seconds ahead of Koi. Pat's up to 6th ahead of... Oh no, Snorlax again has had an issue. What is happening with Snorlax? He's having a terrible second half of the race. Oh, he's already off the track, so we don't even see it. So yeah, Snorlax is having a terrible second half to the race. And Madalinsky is only 4.5 seconds behind him. Oh, poor Snorlax, you've got to feel for him. He was having an absolute humdinger of a race in that Lexus. Haza leads 5.5 seconds from Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho has pulled in a bit of time on Haza, but is Haza now just cruising? Is he bringing this one home? Is he managing his race? Shiren then is third. No one's going to take that away from him. He can only lose that himself. Ensign Ewart in 4th and 11 seconds ahead of Koikarp. That's pretty signed and sealed, you would hope, for Ensign Ewart. Koikarp only less than a second ahead of Pat, and Pat up into 6th. This is going to be a classic from Pat. Similar tyres for both of them, but it does look like the Mitzi is on a run, and a great run as well. He's got a run on him now as they come up. No, he's gone him back for the toe. He's going to get him in the braking zone, it seems. It's hard to do it in the chicane. It's best off just following them through, coming out and trying to get it on the Parabolica. Hope they get a not a great exit of this corner. Get a run on them. This is what Pat's looking to do right now. God, wrong buttons. I'm going to have to go back to putting stickers on the buttons, you know, dots, so I know what buttons to push. So a little wiggle there from Koikarp, but Pat not in a position to optimise that one. Is he going to try and get a toe down the straight and go for a break into the first corner? That would be a brave move. He's not gaining on him though. Ooh, he's having a little look, but he's quite far behind. And he thinks better of that move and hopes that Koikarp has a struggle coming out of the chicane, but no. Mazda looks pretty planted, and Pat stays in 6th for now, with Homesick Alien closing in 7th, and the Homesick Alien, this race is not done for him yet. 2 positions ahead of him, and you know he's going to be going for him. 8th for the Baz. I don't think that's been a bad race. We saw Baz having a bit of a struggle early on the medium tyres, but since putting the softs on, he's had quite a solid race here. Jokers has got past Madalinsky. With the soft tyre, he has gained on him and caught him. And Madalinsky, man, you've put them mediums on because you've read the rules. I'm really sorry, bro. You could have stayed on the softs. But again, he may have done that because the softs wear too quickly. He doesn't like the feeling of the softs. We've seen people struggling with these soft tyres. Snorlax in 11th. Oh, I feel bad for Snorlax. He was having an absolute fantastic race. And it just 1 lap. 2 laps. Ooh, 3 laps. He hasn't had a good lap since, as he just is his head gone. He's 10 seconds ahead of Mrs. Guesty. That's got to be worth trying to stay in there for. Silverstar though, wow, Silverstar's caught a Flashman and got by. Silverstar is absolutely he doesn't need any more action. And Silverstar is absolutely pumping those lap times in, one after another. And Flashman's no slouch, so that's a great move by Silverstar. Mrs. Guesty quite exposed ahead on the medium tyre, and Silverstar and Flashman coming for her. And Snorlax is now getting back into the zone. I think he's back into the zone and getting those lap times again. And oh my word, what's he done? Coming into the pits? Oh, why? Was he pitting it? How bizarre. I think there's enough fuel there to get to the end easily. Haza and Matt Psycho are both on fumes, but they've only got 1 more lap after this one, and they're in the Parabolica now, so 1 more lap left. Shiren in 3rd, Ensenua in 4th, Koikarp in 5th, only still ahead of Homesick Alien. And is a fuel concern for the Alien there? It's looking kind of low. Koikarp's got plenty of fuel, he can throttle it. Pat's got plenty of fuel as well, coming up across them too. Oh, Homesick's got past Pat, hasn't he? Because Pat was ahead of Koikarp, I thought, at one point. So Pat slipped back. What did he do? 150? That's not too bad. The Baz, oof. Looked like he was having a big wiggle there. Jokers in 9th, Madalinsky in 10th. Mrs. Guesty in 11th, only 2 seconds. Silverstar and Snorlax, he's coming out. Is he trying to get a fastest lap? Maybe he's going for fastest lap. Is Snorlax here at the end? Maybe he's frustrated by the Peugeot's speed. Just got to ignore the Peugeots, my friends. I have done most of the race. No, I haven't. I've been there. I've covered everyone. I think I've done an even coverage, if you don't mind. But this is getting dangerous for Haza on the final lap. Coming across racing lapped cars, not just people just having a little toodle around. Flashman and Silverstar are actually at it. Oh no, Silverstar's at the side of the road, so that's Flashman up, and Haza coming around. He might not even have to reach those guys. Matt Psycho's got it down to 9/10. It's getting very tight out here. Suddenly, it's a bit scary, but Haza, I think he's got it covered off, and Haza takes the win ahead of Matt Psycho. It's tight in the end, but I think it was fine. There's going to be other people that have finished further down the field, I am sure. Let's have a look. No, not yet. All right. So we're waiting for Shiren, but there's other people crossing the line, surely. no, they've still got to do their laps. Silver Star then finishes in 14th, and Scary Rambo coming around. So it is Shiren we're waiting for to cross the line. Oh, I love laps. They're so much better than timed. Look at it. It works out. Homesick Aliens drop behind Pat. Homesick Alien and Pat are having an absolute ding-dong. But we're going to watch Shiren take a boo, my son, in third. Ensign Ewer, a great fourth. Not that far behind Shiren in the end. Koi Carp there, wiggling around. Homesick and Pat. Is this the battle of the fuel tanks? Is everyone struggling? Koi Carp then gets himself 5th place with Homesick in 6th and Pat in 7th. The three of them, very tight finish there. Bazza comes home in 8th place. And that's a solid race in my book, but I don't know how Bazza will feel. Joker's there in the end on the soft tyres, getting ahead of his fellow countrymen. But Joker's, I reckon, will wish to forget this race from them earlier laps. Madalinsky comes home. Oh, has he run out of fuel? No, he's just about going to make it home on 10th place for Madalinsky. Oh, no. Mrs. Guesty, but Snorlax is trying to get that fastest lap, isn't he? So he's not going to want to hang around. He slung it into the Parabolica. Snorlax does get 11th place back after making that final pit stop. I think he's trying to get a fastest lap, but we'll see. It's going to be difficult. He's had to get past people to do it, and he hasn't. Snorlax in 11th. Guesty finishing in 12th. Flashman in 13th. Silver Star in 14th. Scary Rambo comes home in 15th. Wowzers, guys. That was something else, wasn't it? Eh? Matt Psycho saying, what a race. Matt Psycho saying, nice win, Haza. Matt Psycho saying, balls. Mama Sykes saying, super racing, well done, guys. Nice one, thingy, thank you. And Matt Psycho saying, cheers, thingy. Hey, man, it's nothing. It's a pleasure when it's like that. It's an absolute pleasure. It's a struggle when there's a lot of you racing. Whew, so let's have a quick look at those results then before we say goodnight. Haza then comes out on top, but only because Matt Psycho dropped the ball twice. Sorry, Matt. But Haza takes the win. That's a win each for the Peugeots. They're going to have to carry ballast, didn't they? 40 seconds ahead of third place. Nerf the pug. Okay, nerf the pug. Nerf the pug. Nerf the pug. Matt Psycho saying that's okay. Shiren then in third. M3 BMW getting a podium. Is that his second podium? Didn't he get a podium in the first one? I'm not sure. I can't remember that far back. But Shiren on the podium there. With Ensign Ewer in fourth. That's a surprise. Ensign Ewer. Great drive there in the end. People around him losing their heads. Ensign kept it tight and on schedule and delivered the best of the rest. A great drive. And Matt Psycho saying bloody curbs. Koi Carp in fifth. Great drive for Koi Carp there as well. The Atenzas looking feisty in fifth. Homesick Alien in sixth in the Genesis. Wow, he was on a trip and a half, wasn't he? Too fast for the Genesis, it seems. The Genesis couldn't keep up with the Alien. And Pat in seventh for the Mitzi. A great result, I would say. Bazza in eighth with the other Atenza. And Jokus there in the other BMW in ninth. And then Madalinsky in the Lexus with Snorlax just behind him in the Lexus. Also Snorlax, another unfortunate race that you got to feel for. Just didn't go his way. 12th then for Mrs. Guesty in the Mitzi. Hey, did I miss Pat? Hang on, let's go back. Oh, Pat 7th. Yeah, I would have said that. So Mrs. Guesty in 12th with Flashman 13th in the Lexus and Silver Star on a drive back there in the Subaru, but then at the end for some reason pulled over for the lapped cars, I think. And Scary Rambo coming home in 15th in the Beamer. And that was a tough track, a tough race for all of you guys out there. Great stuff, it has to be said. Absolutely first class. Each and every single one of you that took part today has done a stand-up job in a very, very difficult car to drive. And my hat is tipped to all of you, you blooming legends. Pat in the chat said, sounded like a good race. We'll have to watch this one back. And Madelinsky saying, thank you for streaming thingy. And Madelinsky, did you put the mediums on because you wanted mediums or because you thought you had to put mediums on? I just wondered, just for my own sanity. We've got all night, mate, Madelinsky. We'll wait. So I was your broadcaster and your commentator. Jen Ittlewarts. Thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club.
Honestly, I didn't notice at first.
Okay.
Thanks for great cones, as usual, thingy.
Okay, Flashman saying cheers thingy. Good racing, Flashman. Good racing, man. Madelinsky saying, honestly, I didn't notice at first. And Mama Homesick saying, thanks for great comms, as usual thingy. Ah, bless you all. Thank you. Bless you all. So I was Jen Ittlewarts. Thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club. Keep an eye out. Subscribe because we're dropping videos daily now with The Car is the Star, a car that we just think you might like to have a look at, going around a very tricky racetrack. Thursday night, we've got the E-Trons back in action, the Greta Thunberg Vision Championship. It pleases her no end. Excuse me. And then Friday, Friday we're not live streaming that. There'll be a replay of Friday night's racing, and then again Sunday evening with the Rally X. Thank you for joining us here. You have been amazing. Those that have been involved in the chat, bless your hearts. I appreciate it. It keeps me company. It makes me feel like I'm not on my own. And I'll see you all next time. Peace and love. Peace and love.